Welcome to the third video on my Garrys Mod Zombie Survival Guide, an in-depth look into zombie survival series. This video, we will go over flasks and tools. There are a couple of things to note before we start. You'll probably be asking things like, how do I even get a flask? There are only a few ways to get a flask. The main way is to get the alchemy fluids trinket located in the support section of trinkets, and the other main way is to buy them from the banished sigil. Some tips to note. You can upgrade the alchemy fluids trinket up to perfected and it will give you 1 flask per resupply. The downside is that the higher upgrade the alchemy fluids trinket is, the less ammo you will get per resupply. I recommend just getting the basic alchemy fluids trinket with no upgrades unless you want the flask main. I also recommend you get the supply boost trinket to help with supply times. It will help in both cases. Also, let's say you want to get the flask of conduction only. If you hold that flask in your hand and right click, you will be more likely to get that flask when resupplying. So, let's go over each flask. The Flask of Conduction. This flask causes zombies to be shocked, causing them to take damage and they become pulse slowed. The Flask of Hindering. This flask inflicts hinder on zombies. The Flask of Ice. This flask inflicts cold slow on zombies. The Flask of Oil. This flask covers zombies in oil. If an explosive is blown up near them, they will become ignited. The Flask of Softening. This flask inflicts softening on the zombies. The Flask of Sapping. This flask inflicts sapping on zombies. The Flask of Conduction can be used to trigger the Pulse Amp and Resonance Cascade device, and the Flask of Ice can be used with the Cryo Inductor and Ice Curer. The Flask of Hindering causes movement to slow, and the Flask of Sapping causes the zombies to deal less damage, and the Flask of Softening causes zombies to take extra damage. On screen, I will show a quick summary of all the flasks. The tools menu mostly has items for medics and caters. We will go over this in this section of the video. There are 3 hammers you can buy. They are the Carpenter's Hammer, the Electro Hammer, and the Smithing Hammer. The Carpenter's Hammer is just a basic hammer. It can nail props and it can repair them. The Electro Hammer is the same as the Carpenter's Hammer. The only difference is it uses pulse ammo to send out waves of repair. So when you hit a prop that needs repairs, you can repair all of the props in a radius around that prop at the same time. It's pretty much a mobile repair field plus a hammer. The Electro Hammer uses 2 pulse ammo per swing. Even if there are no props nearby, it will still use the pulse ammo. If you don't want to use the pulse ammo when repairing, you can press Q to focus on a singular prop. The Smithing Hammer is just like the Carpenter's Hammer, the only difference being is that it does more repair per swing than the regular hammer. It also has more range and does more damage if you were to hit a zombie with it. The Smithing Hammer also has one variant. It's called the Reinforcing Hammer. It does less repair per swing, but reinforces the cade. Reinforcing the cade means zombies do 10% less damage on the props you hit with the hammer. The Shaper Repair Welder. The Repair Welder's main purpose is to repair props at a very fast rate using chemical ammo. It can also be used as a weapon. The Mechanic's Wrench. The Mechanic's Wrench's main purpose is to repair deployables. It can also be used to repair props at a lower repair rate. Also, when you hit deployables like the Zapper, it can reset the Zapper cooldown. The Multi-Tool. The Multi-Tool is used to manage deployables. While equipped in your hand, you can press right-click. It will select the deployable you are looking at. And when you press left-click, it will fill that deployable with the ammo it uses if you have any. If you press the reload button, it will upgrade the deployable using your scrap. The Medical Kit. The Medical Kit is used to heal players with medical ammo. If you right-click while you're missing health, you can also heal yourself. The Medkit also has one variant. It's called the Restoration Kit. The Restoration Kit gives players you heal regeneration instead of flat healing. Regeneration causes you to heal slowly over time. The Savior Medic Gun. The Savior Medic Gun is used to heal people. It sends out darts that travel and heal players. While looking at a player, if you press right click, it will lock onto that player. It also gives players a small speed buff. The Strength Dart Gun. The Strength Dart Gun uses medical ammo to give players the strength buff. It causes the player to do extra damage. That extra damage is given to you as points. One shot will give 3 seconds of strength boost. The Strength Dart Gun has one variant, which is called the Agility Dart Gun. The Agility Dart Gun gives the player an attack speed boost instead of a strength boost. You'll want to use this on players who are using a melee weapon. The Purger Antidote Handgun. The Purger Antidote Handgun uses medical ammo to remove poison, bleed, and negative status effects from humans. It can fire as a projectile or a piercing shot. The Convalescence Medical Rifle. The Convalescence is a fast-firing medical rifle used to heal players. Go to your skills and select the support tree. In this tree, there are a couple of skills that affect the medical rifles. For example, a build people will use is, they will unlock the delivery skill and the rash targeting skill. With this, you can use the medical rifle to deal damage and status effects to the zombies. When used on a zombie, it will inflict sapping. This can also be used with the Temperance dart rifle. The Convalescence also has 3 variants. I will go over them one by one. The first variant is called the Invigorator Strength Rifle. It gives humans a strength boost instead of defense. It also splits healing between regular heals and blood armor. When it's used on zombies, it inflicts damage and sapping. The second variant is called the Accelerator Agility Rifle. It gives humans an agility boost instead of defense. When used on zombies, it inflicts hinder. The third variant is called the Cleric Regenerator Rifle. It gives humans extra regeneration, but has a slow fire rate. It does a bit more base damage to zombies, but does not inflict any kind of status effect. The Harvester Medical Syringe. The Harvester Medical Syringe is a melee weapon. It can be charged by doing damage to zombies. Once charged, you can press right click on a human to heal and buff them. The buff it gives is speed. Also, by pressing Q on your keyboard, you can switch to a self-heal / buff. The Harvester Medical Syringe also has 2 variants. The first variant is called the Overdose Medical Syringe. Once charged, it will give blood armor instead of healing. It will also give a strength buff. The second variant is called the Infuser Chemical Extractor. This variant will give flasks, chemical ammo, or meta ammo on zombies you hit. You can press Q to switch which ammo type you get. The Templar Medical Shotgun. The Templar Medical Shotgun is used as an area of effect healing tool. When equipped, you can change the fire mode by pressing Q. If hurt humans appear green, you're on the correct fire mode. While looking at a human or the ground, press right click to shoot the AoE that heals humans. It's sort of like a small version of the medical cloud bomb. If you hit a human with it, it will attach to them. So if they move, the AoE healing moves with them. It can also be used as a weapon by shooting the zombies. The only variant is called the Paladin Medical Shotgun. This is a burst fire variant that does random area of effect buffs instead of just healing. The Temperance Dart Rifle. The Temperance Dart Rifle fires high velocity darts which inflict damage and the status effect spotting to the zombies. This weapon is mainly used with the delivery skill and the rash targeting skills in the support tree to deal damage and to spot the zombies. The only variant the Temperance has is called the Accession Dart Rifle. It can pass through multiple zombies doing lots of damage and applying spotted to all of them. The Rejuvenator Healing Ray. The Rejuvenator Healing Ray uses medical ammo to heal players with rays. Left-clicking will heal one person and right-clicking will heal multiple people in a radius. The Apostle Medical AR. The Apostle Medical AR is an assault rifle that grants medical ammo when you kill zombies. By pressing Q, you can switch to the healing fire mode. You can press right click to heal players with your medical ammo. The Apostle also has two variants. The first variant is called the Cardinal Strength AR. This variant gives a strength buff to humans instead of healing them. It has increased accuracy and damage but reduced fire rate. The second variant is the Tychos Repairing AR. This variant is used to repair and reinforce props. It gives pulse ammo instead of medical ammo on kills. It's less accurate and has less damage. It's also a 4-round burst fire gun. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Please do give the video a like and subscribe for more content like this.